Hello there, Chocks and Chockets and in between Chocolo Roberto here for another video review. It's a special one. It's the custard cream twists with a hot cross bun flavour filling by Sainsbury's, limited edition. Yes, very much that time of year, the hot cross bun type stuff going on. And yeah, they've done a few custard cream and bourbon twist flavours. They did like a banoffee one and stuff like that. Black Forest Gatto bourbons, banoffee custard creams, and this is obviously a Easter edition. Hot cross bun flavour, so yeah, will this be nice? I'm going to assume it's just going to be lots of spicy type things, you know, I don't know what they have in hot cross buns. I'm sure it's things like cinnamon and all that kind of stuff, but we'll find out. What does it say? Well, it's 150 gram pack, plain biscuits with hot cross bun flavour filling. Alright, so, okay, what does it actually say? That's what's it got? It's got palm oil in, palm fat as well. Alright, well it's clearly just all flavouring because there's nothing in here. there's no actual cinnamon, there's no nothing like that, is there? You know, I can't see anything like that. So, alright, so not going to be a high quality product, I don't think you'd say. Calorie information, per 100 grams, 501 calories, 21 grams of fat, 10.5 which are saturates. Mono unsaturates and polyunsaturates in there. I've not heard of those things for a long time. I used to always say that in margarine adverts. Interesting. Well, there you go. So yeah, not sure what to make of this really. I mean, it's a Sainsbury's product, as I say. Serves approx 12 servings, I guess. I mean, serves 12 people, I guess, if it's 12 biscuits. Yeah. So, don't know. Not too sure. I'm not blown away by the fact there's no, let's say, cinnamon in there or anything that's hot cross bun related, you know. So, it's clearly just a flavour, but it does say flavour filling. So, you know, I think you might assume that there might be some kind of, I don't know, some kind of spices or whatever in there. Funny as well, it says plain biscuits as well, you know, plain biscuits. So custard cream's usually plain biscuits, maybe. I mean, it's just the middle that's like vanilla flavoured or whatever, or custard flavoured or what have you. But yeah, maybe they are then. Okay, well let's give them a. Shall I move stuff down? Yes, move stuff down. Give them an open. I was going to just open them up here, but I feel move stuff down and do it, and take it from there. So let's do just that. Okay, we're going to do these custard cream twists with a hot cross bun flavour filling from Sainsbury's and open. So yeah, let's just do just that. The total number 1,200 reviews, I think. So if you like this video, please hit the like button. Subscribe if you have not done so already. The surrounding corner put into place one of reviews, what's some related ones, such as other biscuit reviews, other Eastery type reviews. If else to pick up, so yeah, like, subscribe, go check those out. I think do this too. I've got a damaged one at the bottom there. So it's the 12 in here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Yes, I think there's 12. Let's check again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 12. And quite nice smell coming from these actually. Smells a bit spicy, as I say. So yeah, not too bad. You can see the colouring is a bit a bit more beige than normal. I think. Let's give it a bit of an open. Yeah, I don't know if you can quite make that out, but it does look a bit more brown than normal. I think. Interesting. We can see there's not much filling in there. You know, it doesn't go edge to edge, but they don't normally on custard creams anyway. Yeah, interesting one. All right, let's give a bit of a measure for what it's worth. So we'll see. Got the old calipers here. Okay. It's a bit knobbly on top, but roughly about 1.4 centimeters. The width 3.5. The length about 4.8. All right, there we go. So look quite nice. There's a usual custard cream affair going on. Looks like custard creams always do. Yeah, looks a nice biscuit. Okay, well, we just need to give it a taste, don't we? Really, so it smells quite nice. Got a nice bit of a nice sort of spicy smell coming from it. I must say, it does smell a bit like a hot cross bun. But does it taste like one? Well, that's the thing, isn't it? The proof's in the pudding, or the proof's in the hot cross bun, or the proof's in the custard cream. So let's set myself up and find out. Give them a taste. Okay, everyone, okay, we're going to do these custard cream twists a taste, these hot cross bun flavour filling ones. But yeah, it's quite nice, quite interesting, at least from the sounds of them. But did they taste nice? Well, so they smell pretty good. How did they taste? Let's give them a go. I mean, they're never going to be perfectly like hot cross buns, but they're not bad actually. There's a bit of a hot cross bun taste, to be honest with you. There is a good flavour that's reminiscent of hot cross bun there. Not massively spilling out with spices. I mean, it's quite subtle, but hot cross buns are quite subtle in their flavourings, and it does taste like one. Yeah. I'm pretty impressed with that actually. Let's try it with just a bit more of just the cream to see what it's like. I'm pretty impressed really. I mean, they're not going to blow your socks off because hot cross bun flavour, you know, generally on its own, it's quite subtle really. And the biscuit's quite normal in this case. It's not adding too much. You know, it is quite a plain biscuit, and I think you don't really notice that normally without the cream there. From custard cream, which is quite vanilla-y. In this case, you know, I say the flavour is quite hot cross bun like, but it's quite, you know, it is quite subtle. Imagine if you just eat a plain hot cross bun with nothing on it. It does taste reasonably nice, but you know, you probably could do buttering it or something like that. You know what I mean? So, let's give this a bit of a dip. My hot cup of coffee. Okay. It does add a bit of let's make the flavour taste a bit stronger actually, but particularly in a better way. But it makes it a bit more prominent, I guess. It's interesting. Yeah, I think this is quite an interesting biscuit actually. I think these taste reasonably good. I think you know, they do taste quite subtle, quite you know, not sort of massively strong flavour, but it does taste like a hot cross bun. Yeah, I think they're pretty good. These, I think you know, I don't think it's a brilliant flavour to be had as such. I think that's the thing with it. It's not like a great flavour really to have as a biscuit, you know, because it's just quite subtle. This, that, and the other, and it's got nothing like the currants or even the texture of hot cross bun, this, that, and the other. But nonetheless, it is still nice to eat and still reminiscent of hot cross bun. So it's pretty successful, to be honest with you. So I think for me as a whole, it's probably a 3.5 out of 5, just for the taste and things like this, you know. But because it's sort of so accurate for what it's trying to do, and does come across as, you know, as I say, tasting like hot cross bun, and does smell a bit like one as well. You know, it does. But it doesn't have any actual, you know, it's all fake. I think there's no actual, you know, spices in there. But nonetheless, you know, the way it is, I guess. I don't think I'll hold it too much against them really. But obviously do bear that in mind. But I think for me, as I say, I think on its own 3.5 out of 5. But the fact that it's such a good, accurate representation of hot cross bun, and it is quite a fun flavour, and it obviously is a limited edition. It's not going to be around forever. So, you know, you just enjoy it while you can. I think a 4 out of 5 is what I'm going to give it. Yeah, so pretty nice and interesting one, this one. And if you like hot cross buns, definitely worth checking out. But I don't think, you know, you're going to replace hot cross buns anytime soon. But certainly is an interesting one and worth checking out for sure. Alright guys, let me know what you think of this one. And what would your favourite biscuit crossover be? Let me know. Yeah, leave a comment. Always great to hear from you. Always do best to reply. And have a great day. I'll see you next time. Bye for now. See ya.